Generally, around the world of windsurf coaching, instructors and coaches like me all around the world are singing pretty much from the same hymn book. We've got the same ideas, we've got the same concepts, but we tend to throw in our own colloquialisms, our own little phrases, our little taglines, or our own analogies. Anyone that's been with the channel for a while will know that I use a car as an analogy quite a lot. And that's not what I'm going to be using in this one, but I am going to give you two little mottos, two little phrases, two little things that you can live by. And it doesn't matter if it's your second day on a windsurf board or your 22nd year or even more. These little mottos will help you understand a little bit more about what's going on and really help you all progress and develop at whatever skill you're going for. They are completely transferable for all levels of windsurfing, doing absolutely everything. So motto number one, all good things start upwind. So think of a skill you're trying to do, it probably starts going upwind, which instantly the question goes, well, I'm learning to jive. A good jive begins upwind. I'm thinking I'm going to jive shortly. I want to improve my jives out here today. What am I doing first? I'm starting upwind, and then my preparation phase begins. I'm about to think about going for a jive and some speed. I'll probably start checking for some space, getting my backhand a bit further down, unhooking, and quite importantly, still upwind, my back foot comes out. All of that happens upwind before I then dive down, accelerate to go into the jive, which is of course going downwind. All good things begin upwind. You want to learn to loop, start upwind, get stable, get control, then start thinking about your next phrase. You're super powered up, start upwind. You're trying to get the board planing, it starts upwind. The easiest kind of get out of jail free response from an instructor when a student can't do anything is usually bear away. And usually that doesn't actually help the student. I'm going to slow down while I explain this one now, because bear away just gives you loads of power and generally makes it very, very hard to control. So right now I'm not yet planing. I want to start to speed up. I'm going to go upwind. I'm not going to try and bear away downwind. I'm going to stay upwind and high. I'm going to start to get myself horizontal-ish to the water, and I'm still upwind. I'm now thinking it's time for a jive, upwind. I've gone through that whole preparation phase before I then turn downwind and actually take myself into this jive. Slow down a little bit because I'm slightly in a lull. Just about kept it on the plane. And while we're talking about these mottos or phrases, there's another one I want to dive into. It's not really a motto, I think it's just misunderstood or misexplained. Bearing away. Now, bearing away does not mean go downwind necessarily. So let's rewind a little bit. The wind is coming right now this direction. 90 degrees to the wind is called a beam reach. If I'm sailing upwind hard like I am now, I'm going to speed up and bear away a bit, but I'm still above the beam. So I have bared away, but I didn't go downwind. If you're going to bear away from a beam, then yes, you're going to head downwind. And that, I think, is where it's misunderstood or misexplained, is to get planing, start upwind. All good things start upwind. Bear away a little, but it doesn't mean go below a beam. I've had a gentleman recently I've been coaching on water starts. And we're doing pretty well, but he kept having this phrase in his head that a different coach had told him, was that the board has to go downwind. You need to bear away more, and started pointing the board downwind. Now I'm going to show some examples on screen just now. And all of these examples are done in lightish wind, and all of them are above a beam. If you rise up and you're pointing somewhere below the beam, you're going to rise up with a lot of power in that rig, and it's very hard to control. Whereas if I'm still upwind, it's much easier to spill the power, stabilize, and then think about what's going next. So all good things begin upwind. That is my motto I've used so many times this summer. And previously the joke was, I need to get it printed on a t-shirt. And now you can! Yes, you've probably noticed it. There's a shop connected to this YouTube channel now where you can buy the classic cookie caps that I'm wearing just here, a few different t-shirts and hoodies and mugs and various other stuff that you can get through them. But most importantly, on the front of that t-shirt, in nice big writing, all good things begin upwind. And on the back is motto number 2, which we're going to come to. Hopefully I've got a little gust just here. I'll turn around. Back upwind, stabilize, restart talking. Motto number 2 is slippy, not grippy. Now what I mean by that is the hands on the boom and the position of our feet are not fixed in one fixed position. You need to be ready to slip and slide, loosen your grip, adjust and make changes. So when I'm windsurfing right now, I'm only using 3 fingers on the boom, and that's where the whole windsurfing shaka thing has come from. 3 fingers on the boom is enough, and they're very loose. And my front hand in particular is moving forward and backwards slightly to try and find that sweet spot. Whenever I try any sort of maneuver, upwind, downwind, getting planing, water starting, whatever it may be, your hands can't be locked in one position. I've done a few short videos where I explain about going around Gybes and slipping and sliding your hands to find that nice spot. It's the same with tacking. It's the same with getting the board moving. And let's slow it down once again for a little example here. And even as I do that, those hands have slipped all the way forwards. And now as I slow down, they're starting to slip back a bit, forwards a little bit, trying to find a sweet spot. And as we all know, you can't just grab onto it, slam it in there and expect to have that sweet spot straight away. You've got to tickle and tease and move around and find what feels good. If you're just hanging on for dear life, using every muscle in your being, you're probably not quite doing it right. Just there, a bit of a gust hit me. Loose hands, loosening that grip has allowed me to find that sweet spot, bear away ever so slightly, but still well above a beam, get myself into the front strap, then went upwind again to the back strap, and still keeping those hands loose and slippy. That also means slippy on your feet as well, so I'm going to try and play that clip back. In fact, I'll slow it down right now as well, just to show you how much movement there is in the feet. And I have to use some clips from other sessions, I'm sure. But my feet are not locked on the board when I'm not yet in the foot straps, and it's similar in the foot straps. As this gust hits me, a little shuffle, a little step, a little push, a little move, that's it. Or maybe it wasn't, maybe it is. That's the foot movement, slipping around deliberately, trying to find where it's good. When you rise up from your water start, chances are you've got a lot of power in the rig. Even if you're upwind, even if you're under control and stable, you probably need to depower that rig for a moment or two, and that involves slipping your backhand further forwards on the boom. I'm entering a jive, my backhand has slipped towards the back. It slips again, it slips again. Find the sweet spot on the new side. A bit too much, backhand slipped forwards. I'm into the harness coming upwind, loosening that grip, slipping my hands once again to find that right spot. I sort of touched on foot straps just there, and the fact that you're not just locked in the straps, you might find that twisting or moving, and depending what you're trying to do, I might shove my foot a bit further into the strap or possibly a little bit further out. My back foot right now is slipped slightly towards the windward rail. It's allowing me to come upwind that little bit easier. If I wanted to go for my speed, I want the board a bit flatter, or possibly going for that lifting of the windward rail, slightly called railing. So I'll need to slip my feet slightly to allow that to happen. So those are my two mottos that have been hammered into all my students throughout the week, and it sort of becomes an ongoing joke, but actually it really helps us out. All good things begin upwind. And slippy, not grippy. Loosen that grip. 3 fingers is more than enough. And then you're going to have a lovely old time windsurfing around. Thank you as always for joining me here on the Ride Along channel. And yes, the t-shirts and the hats and everything else, it's all available at the bottom of this video, just down below. And if you are coming here to Vassiliki and fancy a bit of coaching, want to hear more about Slippy Not Grippy and its applications, my contact details are in the description just below as well. So drop me a message, let me know when you're coming. And if you haven't discovered already, there's loads of little 1-minute videos on this channel and Instagram and TikTok. Little 1-minute hits to really help you out. As I'm coming in now, do remember, if you like what you're hearing in this video and the others that are on the channel, hit that little like and subscribe button and that little bell just down below so you don't miss out on all the new videos and other stuff that's going on this channel throughout.